Here's the lineup presented by Plymouth Rock Auto and Home Insurance for Boston sports fans. Siegler back in the leadoff spot for the second straight day. Mickey Gasper in the 3-hole with William Abreu getting a day off. Caleb Durbin has been hot. Little 3-game hit streak, couple of home runs in that streak. Nate Eaton was in center field yesterday. He'll be in right field for Abreu this afternoon. Red Sox going for the sweep of the Mariners. We get in the zone presented by Planet Fitness, only $15 a month. Logan Gilbert has been doing his thing for a long time. He's a good one.
Yeah, about to make his 16th start of the year. Went 7 innings, 10 strikeouts last time. Speaking of strikeouts, this guy broke my season strikeout record at Stetson University a decade or so ago. And he's a big glass of water as well, kind of like Guerrero. So he's got that downward tilt, uses the upper part of the strike zone. Go out and get a good pitch to hit.
Closing in on 1,000 major league innings, his ERA right around 3.5 in his career, but the Red Sox hoping to get to him today. First pitch from the Northwest coming up.
The Red Sox played for a 3-game sweep in Seattle on this Father's Day. It's the finale at T-Mobile Park. Peyton Tolley following Ranger Suarez and Connolly early today. And for Seattle, well, they have not touched the Red Sox pitching staff in the first 2 days. Happy Father's Day, everybody. Dave O'Brien, delighted to be joined by a couple of very proud papas in Lou Merloni and Jemai Webster. The American League Western Division champs have done nothing against the Red Sox pitching staff. Total of 4 hits in the series.
Yeah, we knew coming in they were the worst team in baseball against left-handed starters, and the Red Sox had 3 of them, mainly because they're very left-handed in this lineup and 2 righties that they rely on. Cal Raleigh and Refsnyder have underperformed. But the last 2 games, look at this. They only got 4 hits in 2 games. 4 for 57. The starters have only given up 1 run with 12 strikeouts. The last time the Sox held an opponent to 2 hits in back-to-back games was 1992 in a doubleheader versus Cleveland. They got their hands full again here tonight with Peyton Tolley. They're going to have 4 left-handers in this lineup like they have the previous 2 nights. So you wonder how it'll affect his usage. He's been struggling his last couple of times out, but so wasn't Connolly early, and he dialed it up. Looking for the same from Tolley today.
Red Sox pitching's been so good. Red Sox taking game 1 6-2 behind Ranger Suarez. Caleb Durbin with some pop. He's had a really nice series with 5 hits. And then last night, Connolly early. He settled in. William Abreu hit a bomb. Red Sox took that game 5-1. Today looking for the sweep in Seattle. On the way next. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Audi. Visit your New England area Audi dealer today. Playing with Heart. Learn more about the risks of bad cholesterol at playingwithheart.com. State Farm, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. WB Mason, get free next day business delivery from your local hometown team. And by buyatoyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit buyatoyota.com. Our NESN colleagues, our NESN family with their dads on a very, very special day. We enjoy sharing that with you. And we toss it down to another very proud papa in Jemai Webster. And Jemai, got a great story to share yourself about the Red Sox interim manager.
Yeah, that's right, Dave. Happy Father's Day to you and Lou as well. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, both far and near. It's a special day for a lot of men. But for Chad Tracy, it's a reminder of his baseball life. He's fully entrenched now into the family business after his dad, Jim, was the big league manager for the first time back in 2001 with the LA Dodgers, and for the last time in 2012 with the Colorado Rockies. Where will be next? I asked Trace today how he and his dad's relationship has continued to grow and evolve.
My dad's, very special to me, obviously. We talk a lot now with me going through this and his experience and, all he has to offer. But just talking to Will about it, like my memories as a kid growing up and the blessings of, as a kid to be able to be on a baseball field, whether it was in the minor leagues or in the major league ballparks I got to visit. I look back on it and say, man, you were really lucky. And I know and I owe that my dad and how hard he worked to get to work what he did, and we got to enjoy the fruits of his labor. So love him so much, man. And now I look at my kids doing the same thing with me, and it's very cool.
And during Jim's last year in Colorado, Chad was in the Rockies system just down the road in Colorado Springs. One more from here in Seattle, then we're off to the Rocky Mountains. First pitch with Dave and Lou on this Father's Day on the way next.
Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Nissan. Hurry in and bring home a winning deal at the Nick BJ's your home of the save and get up to 25% off grocery store prices. That little lady is one of my granddaughters. That's Maeve, and she is 9 months old. And that's Lucy, who is 4 months old. We've had a pretty good year in my family.
How about it? Beautiful. Both.
Oh, thank you, man.
Very proud grandpa.
Over the moon, like 1,000 feet over the moon. Incredible. Red Sox and Seattle Sox going for the sweeper. Red Sox are 19-18 on the road. And looking into petitioning Major League Baseball about wearing the road grays next week against the Yankees at Fenway Park. Logan Gilbert, he can be very tough. The 6'6" right-hander, 5-4, 3.43 ERA. And about to take on this Red Sox lineup, brought to you by Plymouth Rock. Anthony Siegler will lead things off. He's at second base. Cedar Rafaela back in the lineup after yesterday off. William Abreu is out for just the second time this year, just to rest. But Durbin's been the offensive star, 5 for 8 with a double, a home run, 2 RBIs here.
Check out the Mariners starting pitchers presented by WB Mason, and they got another tough one on the mound here. Logan Gilbert making his 16th start of the year, ERA 3.43, but he's been lights out here the last 5. 92 strikeouts, that whip just over 1. Another power fastball. You can see 96, 97. Really good slider, really good split. Gets swing and miss on both of them. New little cutter that's getting whacked around, but he's a tough customer. As for the Mariners defense, it's going to be Wilson at third base with Crawford and Young up the middle. Josh Naylor back at first. The left field left to right, Robles, Rodriguez, and Canzone with Cal Raleigh back behind the plate.
Umpires for today's game are presented by M&T Bank. Adrian Johnson at home plate. Crew chief and Walcott, Yashinsky, and Clemens on the bases here for Game 3. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. Another beautiful day here in Seattle. Been the case every single evening and afternoon. Mostly sunny and 70 degrees here for the last one. Red Sox will then wing it to Colorado in 3 games against the Rockies. All those games right here on NESN. Meanwhile, Red Sox trying to sweep the Mariners in Seattle for the first time since 2010.
Well, it's been all about the pitching, right? Only 4 hits for the Mariners. Remember, Ranger had a no-hitter going into the 7th, and then yesterday after the first, the Red Sox, whether it was Conley early in this bullpen, Mariners didn't get a hit there either. So there's been long stretches for this Mariner offense without getting hits. But once again, just sort of keep it close, go out there totally, do your job, and try to get to this team late like they have really the last couple games.
The Sox sending out 3 consecutive lefties. That has to be very concerning for Seattle moving forward, the way they've performed against left-handers all year. Siegler takes a big hack, and we're underway on strike 1.
Like I said, big fastball. And we talk about Peyton Tolley extension, elite, 98th percentile, 7 feet 4 inches. Well, this is the one everyone measures it on. 7 feet 6, 100th percentile. This is it.
And in for a strike.
6'6", like Peyton, couple big boys. Let's go of it. Kind of right in front of you, it feels like.
We got a front court today. These two. That extension is ridiculous. 29 years old from Florida.
Mizorowski too. Imagine 102 with elite extension. What are we doing?
Throwing 104 miles an hour. Releasing it right at your nose. 0-2 will dip downstairs. Rafaela on deck. Cedon had yesterday off. Tracy getting his outfielders a little bit of rest. Not an easy thing to do when it's William Abreu who plays every day, trying to convince him, but it's a big outfield coming up at Coors Field. Got to get you off your feet for a bit. And in there for strike 3. That was nasty. 98 miles an hour to strike out Siegler. One gone.
I mean, he just, that finish too, it just looks like he's basically just throwing the ball as hard as he possibly can with everything he's got, and he's able to locate here early on Siegler, who's back in that leadoff spot.
Cedon next, 286 with 7 home runs, and then Mickey Gasper in the 3-hole. And the first one, strike 1. Cedon, 4-game hitting streak. Friday night he doubled and scored in the 7th inning. There was a big inning in that game. Last night it was the 6th inning. If you were staying up late, you saw that on both nights. And pitching did the rest. It's not like the Red Sox have torn the cover off the ball here, but they're such a better offensive team, more consistent offensive team on the road. And Gilbert home with the 0-2. Gently hit toward the hole. Young's going to have to hurry. Spins, throws it way too late. And an infield hit for Cedon Rafaela. I guess you'd call that an infield hit.
Yeah, it's better than right contact. I mean, this guy's strikeout pitcher. Is that split? You just kind of reach out and just touch it. Next thing you know, you're in a shift. See that split finger fastball? You could have strike 3 and 2 outs, but instead, because you're determined to make contact, you're able to just put it in play and get a pretty easy infield single here for Cedon.
Red Sox have been doing a lot of running too. Swing and a pop up by Gasper. Mile high to first, and Naylor backs up on it to put that away. 2 out. Mickey came in with a batting average down to 258. So he's been skidding.
Well, they faced these 3 starters. You know, they faced him. I mean, Hancock yesterday was fantastic. He just made pitch to Abreu, but he lost it. Bryce Miller opening day was outstanding. What the Red Sox have done a really nice job of in, like, say, the 4th, 5th inning, they're up 1 run. And what that does is it keeps the bullpen out of the equation for the Mariners. And then they've tacked on 3 and 4 in a couple different innings, spread it out. But having that lead kind of in that 6th, in that 7th, as we've seen, it keeps their arms, their high leverage arms, it keeps their Slayton, Whitlock, Chapman out of the game. That's what you want.
Wilson Contreras, 286, 16 home runs, has a man at first, 2 down. Wilson trying to get restarted, 2 for his last 18, and he struck out 9 times. That's over 5 games on the heels of that series against Texas. We just mashed the Rangers. And the 0-1 pitch from the lanky righty. 0-2.
That's buying there a little late. He's another one. 72 games played. You know, Rafaela got a day, Abreu got a day. Wilson will be the next one to try to find it here in this stretch.
Rafaela will take off, and it's going to be out of the mitt of Raleigh, so it's a stolen base anyway. Cal Raleigh having a lot of trouble corralling pitches. Been a lot of wild pitches for Seattle too.
Well, obviously a great pitch to go on. He yanks it right in the dirt. There's going to be no throw. Raleigh tries to pick this and throw at the same time. Probably would have moved over a little more if he didn't steal, but they had an opportunity here to just drop one in the outfield, get that early lead.
Sent a huge lead off second. Fouled away. 99 on the gun for Gilbert. Well, Seattle has had a heck of a problem hitting the Red Sox, and they're terrible against lefties, but they can really pitch.
Sure can. His arms. I haven't seen Brian Wu here in this series either. All fastballs here early on, even the righties. He still mixes in that slider an awful lot, and that split is a strikeout pitch, but it's been challenging here with number 1.
Duran would hit next given the opportunity. Just getting started in Seattle, and a 1-2 will not be made. Yankees are down 3-1 in the 9th against Cincinnati. 1-2. Check swing. They appeal. No swing, says Quinn Walker.
It's always strange for me when we're out here in the West Coast. We'll give you Yankees scores to 9th. We have a 7-10 game out here, and games are over across the league, and it's just sort of.
Yep.
What do you mean it's the 9th?
9th inning. Game's almost over. Set on back to second. Little flare foul off the handle.
It's a good ball there by Wilson. That's a nasty pitch on an inside black. Big velocity. 98 just gets a piece of it. Just looking for a mistake here early.
And a 2-2 from Gilbert. Breaking ball and struck out to retire the side. One hit, one left here in Seattle. Presented by Xfinity. Crawford at the top, then Cal Raleigh, who's had a tough start to the season. Rodriguez with 14 home runs. And this month, Canzone has been on fire, hitting .353. They bat him out of the 6th spot. Against Peyton Tolley, 3 and 4. And a .293 earned run average. And he is the first Red Sox pitcher to start both Mother's Day and Father's Day in the same season since Zane Smith in 1995.
Sox starting pitch is presented by Bayer Toyota. You mentioned it, Peyton Tolley. This is his arsenal at 96.1. Keep an eye on the velocities. 4 days rest here from Peyton. Also the usage. We'll see how that goes throughout the game.
Rip caught by Contreras at first. Frozen rope, but out number 1.
First, let's check out the defense. It's presented by Car Shield. Caleb Durbin will be at third base. It's going to be Meyer and Siegler up the middle with Contreras at first. Outfield left to right. Duran, Rafaela, Eaton. Connor Wong's catching here today.
Cal Raleigh, switch hitting catcher, goes after the first pitch and pops it up. Contreras has a play in foul territory. 2 fast outs.
I'll take that. Well, we know Peyton's going to lead with the fastball, you know, but you got 4 lefties in this lineup. It's a very heavy lefty lineup. That's why they struggle against lefties. You got good hitters like Raley and Emerson that they like, everyday guys on the bench. And really the righties like Cal Raleigh, who switch hitter, but Raf, they're not hitting lefties. But more lefties than usual in lineup for our guys, right? Usually you see 2. There's 4. So now do we see more spin? Do we see more cutters, more curveballs, facing more lefties here today?
0-1. High drive into center field, sending back Cedon, but Cedon is underneath to make the catch. Shy of the track. Just a handful of pitches for Tolley. 6 pitches to get 3 outs.
It's a wicked beater. A wicked beater? That's a wicked beater. Wicked beater.
Even if your trade-in's a wicked beater, we'll help you drive away in something you love. At McGovern, we know New Englanders because we are New Englanders. Are you wearing a seatbelt? You should be, because...
Welcome to the Surfside second inning. Still nothing from here in Seattle, and as Caleb Durbin gets prepared to bat, I was having a conversation with him about his approach, guys, and he says his approach is a lot better. He feels like his swing is in a much better place. He took a look at his spray chart, he said, and that showed that he was cutting himself off from using half of the field. He said seeing that illustrated on paper was eye-opening, and it clicked for him in his head, and he's been able to see that on the field now play out lately as he's been more intentional about that in the batter's box. And we saw 4 home runs his last 8 games, and it really, for him, he says, starts with hitting the ball in the air.
He's done it again in this series. 5 for 9 in the series, including that home run that was key in game 1. 2 strikes on Duran. He'll foul that one away. Durbin on deck, and then Marcelo Meyer.
Well, you know, Caleb's been just a different hitter, and it's really important for this offense to get somebody to add, you know, to the top half of it, right? Be consistent in that middle to bottom half. Caleb Durbin can play a big role in that. Marcelo Meyer can play a big role in that.
0-2. Breaking ball, swatted at, and right there to Naylor. 1 down.
Surprised they haven't been more aggressive here early on. You know, it's 5 for 5 in first pitch strikes from Gilbert. He's kind of challenging with heaters. On the very first pitch, guys are hitting .415 off. He got 3 homers and 4 doubles. I mean, they're as you see, he challenges you. Sox been kind of watching strike one go across. He's going to keep pounding the zone.
Turbin up to 208. Still a long way to go, but 5 home runs. Being very aggressive. He'll foul that one back. As we check out the home run odds presented by FanDuel. With Meyer next. Logan Gilbert outstanding in his last start in a win against Baltimore. As he went 7, struck out 10, and allowed only 2 hits. We'll mention how good he's been his last 3 starts, a 150 ERA. So this is a hot hand coming in. And the 0-2. Pop-up foul in the stands.
It's actually been his last 5. He's 3-0. Seattle's 5-0 in his last 5. And you know, we just continue to see it from these Mariners starters. The first 3-4 innings, they kind of look untouchable. Got to hang in there though, and getting them late.
It's been the case here. 0-2 pitch. Line foul. Gilbert has never beaten the Red Sox. He's 0-2. 6 starts, 4.81 ERA, so he's been pretty mortal. Faced the Red Sox here last June. Lost that game despite the fact he struck out 10 in 5 innings. 0-2. Once you come to Seattle, you're not expecting to score a ton of runs, especially in this ballpark.
It's been really been this staff too the last 5, 6, 8 years, whatever it's been. Quality arm.
Tried to hold, he couldn't do it. He struck him out. 2 up, 2 down. 3rd strikeout for Gilbert.
You're trying to time up this 98. I mean, he throws this little slider on you, and again, not only is it 98, it's the reason why I told these fastball plays at 96 because of the elite extension. This guy's elite of the elite, and it's still 98, 99.
There's Marcelo, 223. He's hit 3 home runs.
Tough to attack the first pitch when it's right there in the black down and away.
Marcelo with an RBI single last night in that 6th inning. He had 3 RBIs on Friday. He's supposed to be under the weather. Wasn't feeling great when he came on the flight on Friday and wasn't even in the lineup. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa was scratched because of the forearm that has landed him on the IL. Marcelo played in that game, not feeling 100%, but he had a terrific game.
Had another big knock yesterday too. And another RBI. Hit 250, you know, his last 9, 3 extra base hits, which was nice because there was that huge gap of about 35 games without one.
1-2 from Gilbert, and down he goes swinging. Gilbert dominating that inning. Red Sox go in order. Lou and Jemai alongside, and Naylor laying into one, a high drive to center on the first pitch. Cedon will track it down to the warning track. Hard hit, but for a noisy out.
A couple hard hits to center field. Really haven't gone anywhere here today. Meanwhile, it's the 7th pitch of this game. Good 4 outs.
The Crawford hit a line drive that was caught by Contreras. Rodriguez flied out deep to center field in the 1st inning. Now Naylor does the same thing to begin the 2nd. Peyton's using the ballpark. And in for a strike on Rob Refsnyder.
Yeah, I just like seeing 97. A little worried. It's been a while since that 2nd start of the season for him. But you remember that's when he had a long rest. Remember when he broke in against the Yankees and was dynamic. 4 days later he went to Toronto. And the fastball was down 1.5 miles. He had nothing. He was gassed when the 5th inning started. Good cutter there. And a lot of it to do with his first time he's on 4 days rest. When you started the year in AAA, these guys throw in 6 days, sometimes 7 days rest. Now he's been up here now for some time and can prepare for it a little bit better.
Popped up this time. Contreras out. Eaton coming in. And Contreras will haul that in for the second out. That's the kind of play you really expect when Wilyer Abreu is in the game. He's going to make that catch. Wilyer with the day off today.
Yeah, Wilyer may be playing a little shallower than Nate.
Verizon reliable performance. Red Sox rookie starters and their ranks coming in. Connolly early picking up the victory last night. And in there for a strike on Canzone. He's a dangerous hitter in their lineup right now.
He did some of that last time against Toronto. Gave up a couple of home runs. Remember, one was the Lucas hanging cutter.
Roll foul.
He's gone 4 starts without giving up a home run. He was good in that game. 5 innings, 44 hits. There was a couple home runs rather that got him. Good fastball here today.
It's going to drift down the left field line, headed toward the seats.
That's what I want to see about the usage, right? And I mentioned these lefties, so you may see more of those, more cutters. I want to know if he throws his curveball. That was a pitch he used a lot more, maybe the first half of this season, his first 5. Lately, he's throwing 2, 3, 4 curveballs a game.
0-2 off the plate. Robles on deck.
There's 4 lefties, though. You could see him spin it a little bit more. Another cutter.
1-2 from the big left-hander.
That's his last 4. That curveball, 4.8%. Even cutter usage has been down.
2-2. Flied into left field deep. Duran back all the way back to the wall. It's up top of the wall. That's gone. Canzone's just mashing it right now. He might be their best hitter, and he makes it 1-0 Seattle. As he goes opposite field for the 12th time this year, he hits one out.
Well, he has been their best hitter. Came into this one last 22, hitting .354 with 7 homers. He just takes this fastball. I thought maybe this was a fly ball to left, but Strong drives this thing the other way, and this is something he hasn't done this year. Another guy forced into the lineup against lefties. Only 3 for 15 against lefties this year. It was an impressive swing there.
In the last 22 games, hitting .354, 8 home runs. Been on fire. Robles with a pop-up and out of play off to the right. So Seattle is striking first. Robles at .255 without a home run. And the 2-strike pitch.
He's got a good fastball today, but been loud. That home run, hard line out to first. Barreled some balls to center, it seemed.
0-2. And in there. He's going to challenge it, though.
Batter's challenging the strike ball.
Backdoor curveball. Robles didn't see it. Gave up on it.
And then tapped the helmet. It is a strike. And that is strike 3. But a home run.
All to confirm, Seattle has 1 challenge.
By Canzone. ABS powered by T-Mobile. Top 3, 1-0 Seattle on a home run by Canzone, and Connor Wong will lead things off against Logan Gilbert, who has fanned 4 of the first 7. Canzone going oppo right off the top of the wall. Connor Wong at .266, sees this guy pretty well apparently. 3 for 4. He'll ground that to short. And Crawford has been playing third base in this series. back in his regular spot at shortstop. He's been one of the best over the years, and one down.
That's the difference of home runs, right? Just hit that ball over Duran's head for a 2-out double. No big deal. You get the next guy, but instead it's a quick point in the board. That's how this team has scored all year long. #1 in baseball, runs scored via the home run percentage.
Nate Eaton in right field today. Some different looking lineups in this series, but they've worked for the Sox. 6-2 and 5-1 victories here. They're looking for their first sweep since they got Detroit the first week of May.
Couple sweeps in the year, just on the road.
Yeah.
Mix one in at home.
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah.
It's not against the rules.
No.
I don't think. 1-1 high drive into left field. That's way back. Watch this one fly. What a shot by Eaton. Jumped all over that to tie the game. It was gone instantaneously. Red Sox on the board with a quick response.
Wow, Nate Eaton. 409. 103 off the bat, sitting in that 9-hole. Only a couple of games played. One start, some pinch hits, 0 for 6. Gilbert walking through this lineup for 8 hitters, and he just jumped all over this thing. It's on top of the zone.
That Red Sox home run presented by your New England area Audi dealers. So we're 1-1, and top of the order in Ziegler.
And this is a power fastball again, top of the zone, up and in. You got to be really short to this ball. Only 96, but still, that ball is launched. That's a second deck up there.
Ziegler with a fly ball in the center field. Rodriguez has that one measured. And 2 down. Ball's carrying today, but man, did he put a swing on that baby.
He sure did. He knew it too right away. Everyone else did as well. You sit Abreu, homer. Don't out there right. You mentioned it, some different lineups.
Willier got one last night, which was a laser beam to center. Cedon with an infield hit in the first inning and then stole a base. Nothing came of that.
And so far, it's kind of looked very similar as the first two, isn't it?
Yeah.
The solo home run, a 1 run for them, but then the Red Sox, a dominant pitcher for a couple innings. Next thing you know, 1 swing ties it up.
It's a consistent script. Quickly 0-2.
This guy just lets it eat, doesn't he? Lifts that leg, the finish, arms are everywhere, legs are everywhere. It's 100.
He's got that perfect pitcher's build, right? 6'6", 215. But Eaton liked it. Here's the 0-2. Liner foul. Red Sox will line up the pitching with Bennett going on Monday, tomorrow night in Colorado, Sonny Gray on Tuesday, and Ranger Suarez, who was brilliant here the other day, on Wednesday afternoon. And then it's home against the Yankees. Another lunge. Did that the first time for a base hit, but not here, and that'll retire the side. But the Red Sox are on the board. Eaton just crushed one. It's 1-1. Turner's 1-1. We got these great coins the other day when Will and I were watching that match from USA Soccer. And it's a real wonderful thing. Bruce Arena, when he was coaching, we'll get a challenge here. He was coaching the U.S. men's national team. He flew on a helicopter to the DMZ in Korea. That'll be a strike.
Also remains with 2 challenges.
And one of the helicopter pilots handed him one of those military coins that we get on occasion, and they're always so special. He said, "This is good luck for you, good luck for your team." He started to have these produced for the World Cup men's national team, and these are just spectacular. We want to thank my buddies, the cameramans, Michael and David Cameraman. Michael is the press liaison for the U.S. men's national team. Really cool. Ground ball is short for Meyer, then up and over in time to get Wilson, one man gone. But we just had the time of our lives at that match, and so did everybody else who was there. So.
Beautiful coins. Beautiful day. Great victory.
Yep.
U.S. they move on. Do we know what group they're playing?
Well, they move out of the group now, and now you await who your opponent is.
That's what I mean. Like, are they paired with like the number 2 seed from another group? Because I thought it was almost like a 3 seed wild card type situation.
We're going to find out. Got to play Turkey first. Still have another game inside the group, but it doesn't matter. You know, that's already.
It's already matched.
U.S. has already won that. And just an amazing feeling in this city. Everybody gathering to watch a United States soccer team play at that level. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's nice. Get some strategy too. I read how you got a couple yellow cards out there. You can actually sit them and they'll erase it.
That's right.
So you don't have to worry about them.
You've actually been following this stuff.
Listen, I'm not just a pretty face over here, Obi. You know?
You're locked in, man. Cole Young, the batter. I'm like, you never cease to amaze me. Yeah, I didn't even know you knew what a yellow card was.
Sure, I know yellow cards.
Wow.
I used to play soccer when I was a kid, high school.
Well, I imagine you played a little of everything. Contreras with the flip onto the bag, and totally wins that foot race. 2 up and 2 down.
It is exciting though, because you're right. You watch those last 2 games. I don't watch a ton of it, but it did look different. You know, it looked different. So we'll see who they get in that knockout round, and hopefully they can move on.
We do look different, and different is a very good thing.
Yeah.
Top of the order in Crawford, who's 0 for 1. Fans here have not been able to get enough of it as they pack that stadium, just as the Scots did in Foxborough. Crawford, good power, 10 home runs. Take a ball outside. Tied up here, 1-1 in the 3rd. 2 down, bases empty. And at short, it's Marcelo Meyer with the dig. Another quick inning. Peyton Tolley gets a 1-2-3. Top 4, 1-1 game. Red Sox and the Mariners. Red Sox trying to sweep this series, and Mickey Gasper will lead it off against Logan Gilbert. 0 for 1 with a pop-up today. And then Contreras and then Duran. And the 6'6" right-hander with a 1-0.
It's a good take. It's one of those that's so nasty. Just take it and hope it's below the zone, which it was.
2-0. That'll move inside for ball 3. The topic of dads. Shohei Ohtani announced on Saturday he's a father again. And he went out and hit his 16th home run of the season against Baltimore. Ohtani's had a little girl in April of 25. And now a baby boy, 3-0. That's 4 straight he missed with and walked him. So Gasper's on.
Kind of continues with Mickey. He's hitting 400 when he leads off an inning, gets on base, whether it's a hit, whether it's a walk. I think lead off walk here in the 4th.
Wilson Contreras struck out first inning. Fouls the first one back for strike 1.
You've seen this from Wilson, but it usually only lasts like 3, 4, 5 games. Or some others, maybe it lasts like 10. 4 games, you know, where it doesn't seem right. Timing's in between, behind heaters. Then all of a sudden it clicks and he carries you for another game or 2.
0-2. The strikeouts have been piling up for him. He has 10 of them in the last 5 games. But you're also facing some really good pitching as of late. Red Sox with a base runner, nobody out. Yankees did lose that game. Cincinnati beat them 4-1. Tampa Bay knocked off Washington 4-3, so the Rays are now 2 games behind New York. And the 0-2. Ground ball at short. Crawford to Young. 1 out there, and the double play. So quickly 2 down in the 4th.
He just looked like he was kind of in swing mode right from the jump. Usually when he's going, he's a little more selective early in counts, right? Right now it looks like Wilson's just in swing mode, and obviously a lot of frustration, not getting down the line at all.
Looks like he may need a day. Duran getting in. He grounded out first time up. And the 1-0 from Logan Gilbert. Very much a strikeout pitcher. He's been very consistent when he's been healthy. 2022 went 13-6 with a 3.20 ERA. The next year 13-7 with a 3.7. Next year a 3.23 ERA. Last year 3.44. They know what they're going to get from him. And now 29 years old. And a 1-2 to Jarren Duran. Left it down.
And a changeup. That's a new pitch for him. He used to only be split finger fastball as far as off speed changeups. He added a changeup to go with it, and I don't know, maybe, I don't know why. That split's really good to begin with.
2 out, 2-2. He spoiled that one. He came in at 98. He struck out 4 of the first 7. Gave up the home run to Eaton last inning. That was a no-doubter. And he will strike out Jarren Duran. Faces only 3 men in the 4th inning.
Italian Pride at Fenway Tuesday, June 30th. You can purchase tickets through this special offer for an exclusive Red Sox Italian soccer jersey. Plus, you can arrive early for cultural entertainment and delicious Italian food. Get your tickets today at redsox.com/Italian.
Cal Raleigh to lead things off here in the bottom of the 4th inning in a 1-1 game. Raleigh on 1 pitch popped up in the 1st inning. And then Rodriguez and then Naylor. So getting his second look at Peyton Tolley. Fouled off out of play. He's in the hole 0-2.
But they are just coming out hacking, huh?
Sure are.
Payton's got 30 pitches here through 3 innings coming into this inning. I mean, yeah, guys hit 294 off him, but nothing jumps off the page on the first pitch. Like Conley early, he can give it up in the first pitch, and you can understand the aggressiveness.
This guy has swung at every pitch he's been thrown today. 7 home runs for Cal Raleigh. Spent time on the IL, but it has not been the same magical season he had last year. It's going to be hard to duplicate that under any circumstances. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Put him away.
Again, fastball location. Remember a couple starts ago, he couldn't get it up there, top of that zone for the swing and miss. He kept missing down the middle of the plate, and he kind of paid the price. This one here, elevate top rail. Cal Raleigh came into this game hitting 166. The lowest batting average in Major League Baseball. All qualified hitter. Big turn from last year.
Julio Rodriguez 0-1. Long fly out to center in the 1st. Just 12 for his last 71 over 19 games. Red Sox are seeing some of these guys at a good time. It's part of the combination. The other is lefties. They just don't hit lefties. And the 2-0. Dropped in for strike. Naylor on deck.
Well, if you're a heavy left-handed lineup, and they are, and they got Emerson and Raley both on the bench because of the lefties, still with 4 in this lineup. It can neutralize your left-handed bat, so your righties really have to pick it up and do damage.
And it's going to be ball 4, so he's walked his first man. Got to be careful, even with a lefty out there, you're inviting a stolen base attempt of him. Rodriguez has 10. And Naylor next, 0 for 1 with a long fly out. Only 39 pitches for Peyton Tolley. It's a lefty-lefty here, 1 down. Ball 1. Naylor acquired last summer. It was a really good bat for them in a deep postseason run. Count 2-0. He's another guy, even though he may not look it, he can really run. Rodriguez and Naylor, those are their base stealers. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And a strike. Red Sox looking for their 3rd sweep of the year. 2-1. Rolls away from Connor Wong, but not far enough for an advance, but the count goes to 3-1.
First time here, really, a guy on first right from the stretch. Only giving up 1 hit. It was a solo homer, so it's the first time here. Just good hitter, dangerous hitter, and Naylor just unable to kind of find it real quick.
Naylor 8 home runs, good power. Backs away, it almost drilled him. That's going to be ball 4. So back-to-back walks. A little bit of trouble here for the lefty. Refsnyder next.
Just out of sync here. Man on base. Now he's really got to worry about it. You mentioned both these guys can run. So now you got 2 base stealers on. It's a lefty. Kind of lose sight of it. It could be 2nd and 3rd in a hurry with 1 out.
Andrew Bailey out to talk it over. Refsnyder is 0 for 1. He popped up his first time up. And he has been hitless in the series despite the array of lefties the Red Sox have tossed out there. Rob so far 0 for 8 against his old team. He's their DH, and Canzone, who blasted a home run for them in the 2nd inning, would follow him.
And there's a lot of ground balls here from Rob too in the first couple of games. This is, you know, keep your eye on Julio and Naylor. Keep this double play in order.
So Rodriguez at 2nd, Naylor on at 1st. We're tied up 1-1, 4th inning. And a soft ground ball right to 3rd. Durbin will scoop it, fire on to first base. Got the out there, and he tapped the bag, so that's a double play. He winds up turning 2 on that.
Great footwork. Able to kind of sit back enough. I think he just sort of dragged his foot and touched that base. They want to look at it. He comes across. Does he hold the base? Yes, he does.
Sure did.
Fantastic play by Caleb Durbin.
And no challenge here by Seattle. Great footwork indeed as he turns 2. Well, Caleb Durbin's going to lead off here in the 5th inning. Just turned a terrific double play as he got to the bag, held the bag before unleashing the throw to first base, and got out of that jam that Peyton Tolley was in. After a couple of walks, and suddenly he was in trouble. Refsnyder hits it to Durbin, and immediately he's thinking about not just 1 but 2.
Fantastic play. I mean, Tolley kind of was losing it there for a little. Got in the stretch, didn't kind of lost control of what he was doing. Mentioned Refsnyder's hit a lot of ground balls. Canzone's on deck. Able to sit back, tag the bag, and make the play.
Breaking ball and hit sharply but foul. Durbin struck out his only plate appearance today, 0 for 1. Red Sox 2 hits, Seattle just 1. Seattle has a total of 5 hits in the series against Boston pitching. Last night they got 2 hits in the first inning, did not get another hit the rest of the game. Against Early and company. 1-2. So it's Durbin, Meyer, Wong near the 5th against Logan Gilbert. And a 1-2 pitch to Durbin.
Just the Seattle team we talked about this weekend, struggling to score runs. Things like that happen. Listen, the Red Sox know, right? Strange things happen when you're not scoring. We've seen it before. A lot of it at home. Double play really hurt them.
Another good take by Durbin. A couple of pitches even this at bat. Several weeks ago he makes outs on those. This guy's a really good right-hander. You might make it out anyway, but he's extending at bats. He's getting some hits. There's a little flare out to left. That'll drop down for another base hit. So he's on again. He's 1 for 2 in this one. But time for the All-State Good Hands replay. Here's his defense.
Look at that. Just kind of holding the bag long enough with that pick to be able to make sure you get one. That's kind of what he did. Get this one here, and then I'm going to give it a shot at first and finishes this thing off. That's kind of one of those things, too, momentum. The Seattle dugout feels it, right? The letdown. You kind of feel it, too. Try to carry it over here this inning.
And Marcelo 0 for 1, fanned in the second inning. Durbin with 7 stolen bases. Getting on a lot more lately, so looking to run a lot more. And a 1-0. Runner holds, and now 1 ball 1 strike.
Wonder too, maybe he's kind of moved the runner, but you're looking at the bottom of the order. Still Wong, you can give him a shot, but he's going to swing it. It's one of those you can tell the type of game this is going to be. It's going to be like this. Oh,
going to dive back. It's going to be picked off. Tag put down by Naylor. And Durbin picked off, could not get back in.
They caught him. I'm hopping around over there and just kind of looked like he really kind of lost his footing trying to get back as well. See him here, see that hop. He caught him momentum. And then that step and a dive looked like he really didn't push off. See how he's reaching for it? Couldn't get there.
So the 1-1 to Meyer. He'll foul that one away.
Looked like he was thinking of stealing instead.
Yeah.
Got a big leg kick from Gilbert. You can run on him, especially with Raleigh, but got caught.
So 1 out. Red Sox only run, a blast by Nate Eaton, a solo shot. No foul ball. A little bit later, Mets and Phillies. I mentioned Saturday's Philadelphia win over the Mets 15-3. Bryce Harper hit for the cycle. Kyle Schwarber hit 3 home runs in that game. For both of those guys, career firsts. The cycle and the 3 bombs. It's the second time, just the second time in Major League history, players on one team hit for the cycle and 3 homers in a single game. The only other time was 1932. Lou Gehrig and Tony Lazzeri.
That's a big game. A couple guys.
It was a murderer's row for the Yankees. Swing and a miss. Meyer fans for the second time, so 2 gone. Inning 5 powered by Salem 5 Bank. Another packed house here. You're going to draw about 135,000 fans for these games, these 3 at T-Mobile Park. Connor Wong is 0 for 1. He's grounded out to short.
Well, it's a big weekend here. You know, people coming into the city, not just for one game, stick around. Australia, a lot of fans walking around here. U.S. soccer. They do pretty well here usually, though.
They do. It's a big soccer town, too. USA right now would play Bosnia, but not 100% determined in the next round. But this town is still buzzing over that event the other day. The 2-0 victory over Australia. Swinging a high pop up. That's into left field. Robles battling the sun, and so is Crawford. Crawford will take it. Shortstop made the play. Red Sox sent up only 3 men. Den's 2-hour version of this Red Sox game at midnight on Soxen 2, only on NESN and streaming on NESN 360. Presented by Bigelow Tea. Dave O'Brien alongside Lou Merlone and Jemai Webster. We're getting ready to head for Denver and the next 3 games on this trip. It's the Colorado Rockies at the midway point here today in a 1-1 game. This man hit the home run, solo shot, second inning. Dominic Canzone, his 12th. Will drive that one toward the alley. Moving on at Eaton, makes a nice play, a tumbling play to take a hit away from Canzone.
He totally loves it. That's a nice little break from Eaton. He's kind of a little shallow over towards that right center gap. Was able to jump on this good break in on it. It's good to get that first guy out. Keep him out of the stretch too, as long as you can. It just looked a little uncomfortable last inning from it.
One more look.
Good break, good first step, and then kind of came in and made that play.
Swinging a high drive into left field. Duran backing up, has room, and he'll make the play. Ball has really been carrying, despite the fact it's only 1-1. There have been a lot of deep flyouts. 2 away. But it is a large ballpark, and you got to hit it.
Yeah, and they just keep swinging. Next pitch will be his 50th. It's already the 5th. 2 outs.
Also with a ground ball, base hit past Urban. Number 8 hitter on with a single. Just their 2nd hit today.
Hitting 2 a game. First couple through, so.
Brings up the 9 hitter Cole Young. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out.
There we go. Find this strike zone here, right? Last time we were in the stretch, trouble throwing strikes, got bailed out. Beautiful play by Durbin.
Wilson, good lead over there at first. He's going to take off immediately, and no throw. Wong cannot unleash it. He lost control of the baseball. And Wilson is safely into second. He's running anyway, so that's a stolen base. With 2 down.
First movement from the lefty. Be a little slow to the plate when he delivers it.
One ball, 1 strike. Crawford would be next. Seattle right at 500 at 39-39. They do have a half-game lead over the Athletics. Seattle in first place, but they've had a ton of injuries. This Mariner team. Here's the 2-1. He pumps in a strike.
95. See if we can get that ball up a little bit more.
Wilson off the bag at second. And the 2-2.
There's that cutter. I mentioned going in with all 4 lefties in this lineup. Usually the cutter's the 3rd pitch he throws, right? It's 4-seam sinker, then cutter. But more cutters here today than sinkers, not because of these lefties he's seeing.
They're going to put him away on this 2-2. After the Colorado series, Red Sox are going to be home for 7. You see two very stout offenses, the Yankees and the Washington Nationals. Nationals are 3 games over 500 going into play today. And the 2-2 from Tolle, and that's going to be downstairs. Tampa Bay has beaten Washington 4-3. And that series with the Nats is over. We're going to be into July. 3-2. And a ground ball toward the hole, through for a base hit. Wilson rounding. Here's the throw from Duran, but not going to get him. Another run is in. 2-1 Seattle. So the stolen base was big. That got Wilson in a scoring position, and Young brings him home.
Again, all the fastballs here are just hittable, just down in the zone. Everything's been kind of below the belt, and he's got to get this thing up. Again, he's when he's losing fastball location. Meyer unable to keep this ball in. He went to like a knee slide rather than kind of diving out to maybe glove it. See that hole that bad. He was giving him fastballs to hit in that location. Get this thing on top of the rail. Even up there, 1 and 2. Maybe you get the swing and miss. 2 and 2.
Crawford is lined to first and grounded out to short. And foul it away.
This looks different with the guy on base. Everything's down, and that's not good for him. You know, a lot of guys like to work, not him. You don't want to work down. You want to work up. Not as crisp.
Crawford bunting to third base. Durbin with a backhander has to put in his back pocket. A cagey play by J.P. Crawford. That's their 3rd consecutive single, all at 2 down. A bunt hit puts him on at first and second.
Well, they're just moving the line here, but that's not something you really got to worry about if you're Tolle. You know, you got guys in scoring position. You got a hitter like Raleigh up there, but he's 0 for 2 off you already. He's got to put that in the past. Get ahead here. Give me strike 1.
Now he'll face Cal Raleigh, who's had a quiet series, but he can get very noisy in a hurry. He's popped up and struck out today 0 for 2. There has not been very much traffic against the Red Sox pitching staff in this series at all. Now 3 base runners here in the 5th suddenly. 2 down. Swing at the first pitch, and he'll pop it back toward the screen. Keeps on carrying and into the stands. It's like Cal Raleigh does not want to be down 2 strikes to save his life. So every time up, he's swinging at the first pitch. It's been a quick out.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the difference. Base is empty, locked in. Guy gets on. It's a little bit clunky at times.
0-2. Young at second, Crawford at first. Mariners have grabbed a 2-1 lead here in the 5th. Swings again, and that's going to be gobbled up by Durbin into second of the force play, retiring the side. But they strike again. 2-1 Seattle. 3D powered by Google Cloud.
Well, this is right here, tied the ball game up at the time of 1-0. You see Nate Eaton hits his first of the year. That went 409. Ended up there in that second deck. 103 off the bat. Tied it up at the time, but you're coming in here now. Down a run, 2-1.
And moving on to the 6th inning here at T-Mobile in Seattle. Eaton followed by Siegler and then Rafaela. Nate destroying that home run in the third inning. Gone at the crack of the bat. He crushed one to left. So far, the only big moment for the Sox today. Certainly on the offensive side. Gilbert's first one to him.
Gilbert's been just doing a lot of that. 73% four-seam fastballs. 3/4 of the time, here it comes. Mixing in the slider, curveball, change-ups, but he's been getting ahead, falling behind here, though.
2-0 on Eaton. Again, Wilyer Abreu out of the lineup today, just resting, just the second day. He's done that all year. And zipped in there for a strike at 96. Red Sox 3 hits, Seattle 4. And a right-hander home with a 2-1. 3 balls and a strike. Sox got the leadoff man on in the 5th inning. After the base hit by Durbin, but he was picked off. Eaton's also a guy who can run. He may test him. That's going to be ball 4. So good start for the Sox in the 6th inning. Top of the order in Anthony Siegler. When it comes to gambling, easy can be a problem. Learn more at maproblemgamblinghelpline.org.
If you're Eaton, you're probably going to try this here at some point. He did pick Durbin off, but just caught him leaning.
Tried to hold up, but he went, according to third base ump Clemens. Strike 1.
First pitch breaking ball has been challenging a lot of guys with the heaters. That's pretty close.
He'll lay off and the pitch down. A runner goes, a slip, and the throw actually winds up in Young's hands, the second baseman. Eaton taken off, and he is into second.
It's a great read. Great read. The minute this ball hits the dirt, Eaton is gone. And maybe there might have been a play, but even if Raleigh doesn't lose his footing, Eaton's going to get in there safe. He just lost his feet when he went to throw it. Right there, Eaton was gone already. Get in scoring position. Now Siegler, if he can, got to try to move this runner.
Siegler can hit from both sides of the plate. He has struck out and flied out today. He's also ambidextrous. And he can throw in the mid-80s from both sides, actually.
I think actually maybe from the left side he might have a little stronger arm. Now they list him switch hitter, but even this year he was 0 for 1 against lefties. So he doesn't really do a lot of hitting from the right side.
Still wants to be known as a switch hitter, though. Originally drafted as a catcher. He'll swing and miss there. Came up empty as he strikes out. So 1 man gone, a runner in scoring position. Eaton, by the way, officially advancing on a wild pitch. Red Sox trying to bring him in. So here comes Cedon, who is singled and grounded back to the pitcher. Gilbert's had him off balance, but he had that infield hit first time up, kind of lunging after it. Did the same thing in the 3rd inning, but back to the hill. Two to 1 Mariners. 1 down.
Get some opportunities here. Early it was all first pitch strikes. He was just challenging with the heaters and he was painting early on. Now he's starting to go to some breaking balls early on. He's missing. You're getting ahead. As Bizzardo gets loose out in that bullpen, try to take advantage of this here. 2-0. Back to the slider.
Red Sox 2-3 so far in a span of 16 games in 16 days. They're only off days before the All-Star break coming up in early July. Fouled straight back 2-2.
Strange too, you know, we're out here, Seattle, Colorado, go home for a homestand, back out to Anaheim, and end of July you're back out in Sacramento, LA.
Yeah.
Into August. It's like 3 West Coast trips in what, 6 weeks? It's a
Rapid
lot.
succession, yeah, very unusual. That scheduling. He'll whirl but not throw to second.
Not a bad idea either if you're eating. If you can time him up, right? You start feeling like you got him on time. They're going to go take a peek. Or at least have a little talk about it.
Raleigh coming out. These two teams will meet again right at the end of August and the first couple of days in September at Fenway. Mariners fully expect to be making a run toward a division title again at that point. And Wilson, their manager, expectations very high for them after winning the American League West 2025, taking Toronto to 7 games in the ALCS. Most of that team, about 75% of it, came back. And now in first place by half a game over the Athletics. Eaton the man at second. Line drive into right field and a dive ahead. Canzone going to double him off as the throw comes into second. And that retires the side. Eaton thought it was going to fall in. Canzone's made a couple of really fine plays out there. Still 2-1 Seattle. That's our strong play of the game presented by New England Chevy dealers.
Yeah, it's your best inning here. Nate Eaton just sells out like this ball's going to drop and tries to score, and I don't know if you can fully commit on that. That's got to be a couple of steps and look back.
Base hit up the middle. Rodriguez picking on it. He's got himself a single right away. Peyton Tolley.
Yeah, that's a nice play by Canzone, but you can't. That's full commitment. That's like 2 outs on contact. Yeah, at least shuffle, look, maybe get back. That all started, we said, Siegler up there, man on seconds. They got to get him over any way you can. Like, I get it, you're a lefty ground ball hitter, you're leading off, but
why not bunt him?
You gotta, like I said, you got to get him over any way you can. It's Logan Gilbert in the mound. The whole inning wasn't exactly clean.
Red Sox have lost a couple of base runners today. And a pick off, and on that play, the double play. In a game like this, cannot afford to do that. Naylor is flied out and he's taking ball 4. Rodriguez always a threat to steal. 30 stolen base guy a year ago. He has 10 this year. 2-1 Mariners in the 6th. Tolley's 67th pitch. Another low hit game. Seattle has 5, Red Sox only 3. Each side with a solo home run. And a 1-1 coming. He ran it inside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And back into that stretch again. Sort of in a windup, he just looks so locked in the stretch, whether it's just a leg kick and not as comfortable.
Missed again. Now 3-1. Naylor took a walk in the 4th inning. Tolley walked back-to-back hitters. He was in trouble, but then he got Ref Snyder to hit into a double play and some fancy footwork by Durbin at 3rd. High fly, dead away center field, but Cedon turns on it. And Rodriguez back to first, 1 away in the Seattle 6th.
Tolley's pitching arsenal, presented by New England Area Audi dealers, here into that 6th inning. See heavy 4-seam usage. Now the sinkers come back into play, but still big cutter game here with some of these lefties. And once again, just 2 curveballs in this ball game. It's a pitch that it's kind of gone away his last 4 or 5 outings.
Refsnyder has been doubled up and he's popped up. Rob has yet to be much help to his new ball club. Started the day hitting 133.
And again, a lot of ground balls. You keep Julio there, keep this double play in order.
That's a strike. 95 on 1. Again, Rodriguez with a decent lead over there, being held by Contreras, not running. And strike 2. He's going to tap the helmet.
Batter's challenging the strike call.
Challenged by Refsnyder. He was correct.
Call is overturned. Seattle has 1 challenge remaining.
Count goes to 1-1. Seattle up 2-1. Left it down. .66 280-pounder with a 2-1.
That fastball up there.
Canzone would hit next. It's been trouble offensively and defensively. A little chopper foul to hang in there by Rob Refsnyder. Red Sox scoring 11 runs in the previous 2 games after being held to 4 over the previous 3 games. 2-2.
Yep.
He checked. Will hold it. And 3-2 on Rob Refsnyder.
See here, Julio takes off. He's a lefty, get a little bit of a late jump, but he helps stay out of a double play here with 1 out.
He's holding. And a line shot. It's going to skip off Meyer into center field. Rodriguez will take 3rd. Marcelo looked unsure on that, and it clanged off him, and they're going to be safe on the corners. That will be a base hit.
This ball's hit hard enough that he's able to glove it. It's an easy double play. Kind of little hook and line drive, skips, and he gets the body out of the way to try to glove it. He just can't come up with that glove. It's off his leg into center field.
Totally hopeful that play was going to be made. Came off the bat at 100 miles an hour. So 1st and 3rd, 1 down. Trouble here with Canzone, as hot as he is. He's already belted a home run, and he's lined to right. The ball hard twice. Not this time on the infield. Marcelo will glove it, go to first base, and time as a run scores. Rodriguez crossing the plate. That'll make it 3-1 Seattle. And the 2nd RBI of the game for Dominic Canzone.
Unfortunately, it's not hit hard enough. It forces Marcelo to charge this ball. If it was a little bit harder, he could stay back. You could turn 2 on this, but got to come get it. And then when you catch it, you're right in the edge of that grass. That's a tough flip to second. Better off just getting that 1 out. You can give up the run. That's a big run for Seattle.
Refsnyder taking 2nd on the play. And now Robles, who's fanned and flied out to left. So the Mariners get a little bit of breathing room, up by 2. Plays without a home run. Lifts that one into left field, backing up Duran. Space to make the play, and he's got it. But Seattle grabs another run. They're ahead 3-1 at the end of 6. Out of the 7th inning in Seattle, Mariners 3, Red Sox 1, and Mickey Gasper lead it off against the starter Gilbert. And Seattle's made a defensive change as Luke Raley is the new right fielder, taking over for Canzone.
Yeah, Canzone coming out of that box on that little chopper he hit to Meyer right before he got to the bag, pulled up, did not look good if you're a Mariner fan. Hopefully maybe just a little cramp, but
it's a big piece missing for them if he's gone for a while.
yeah, here it is. Watch this. He's running hard to first base, but watch a couple steps before first base. There it is. See, he reaches down. Something happened with that leg, that right leg. He reaches behind it. It's down in that hammy area.
Yeah, it's first thing you think of, a hamstring.
Just in that area. Very common action. Maybe it's just a spasm, but he's out of the game.
So a count 2-0 on Gasper. Contreras next, and then Duran.
They get a late comeback here now. They haven't really used any of their guys out of the bullpen the last couple of days. Today with this late lead, they're gonna, if they need to.
2-2 on Gasper. Hitting .255 without a home run. The attendance today here in Seattle, 45,557. That's another sellout. They have been packed in the entire series. Red Sox took the first 2. 3-2, hammered toward the hole, but picked off by Naylor. He'll underhand a toss and a wild one. So Gasper is going to be safe. Raleigh did back up on the play. So Mickey gets 1. It'll be an error on the first baseman Naylor on the toss.
Yeah, he does a good job kind of fielding this baseball, but my guess doesn't get into the bare hand quick enough to get a grip on this thing. And because of that, he doesn't really have a grip. See right there, that's just an awful flip. Actually, he had perfect grip, but maybe try to get it to him a little bit too soon. The guy's 6'6". How about get it up by the face, if anything, right? Well, they're going to check on Gilbert too. He took a nice little tumble. Guy's too big to be throwing it down by his shoelaces.
It's as awkward as it gets.
Yeah. 91 pitches too. Red Sox catch a break here to lead off the 7th.
First error of the ball game committed by Seattle. We'll have him throw it a little bit before Contreras climbs in. Wilson's going to represent the tying run. And a righty will stay in. Contreras today has struck out and hit into a double play. Spire and Bizzardo still throwing in their bullpen. Have been both of them up for a while. Contreras has hit a snag, 2 for his last 20. Half of those at bats he has struck out. Trying to light the fire again. 0-1.
Yeah, it's a little tough stretch here. The last 4, 5, now 6 games.
He's already been doubled up once, 6-4-3 today. And the 0-1. Left it up. Red Sox in Denver next on Monday night at 8:40. Jake Bennett, the lefty. Sonny Gray goes on Tuesday night. Sonny will go in 8-1 with a 3.12 ERA. Rangers Suarez will pitch on Wednesday afternoon. coming off a terrific start here. Gets away, but no advance.
I was surprised. All those years Sonny Gray's been in the league, he's got one start at Coors, and it would be a thing you'd worry a little bit about, right? Spinning the baseball. 7 innings, 1 run, 9 strikeouts.
Wow. At Coors Field.
Because it's tough to spin it there a lot of times. Kind of rely on that sinker or something, you know, if you can. Heaters up, but he threw the ball real well just once.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Tough sledding right now for Wilson. And 1 down in the 7th.
Yeah, just swinging a lot. You know, when he's going, it's, you know, he's taking his walks, not expanding it. That was that split. It actually looked more like a breaking ball, didn't it, with the movement?
Yeah.
That's going to do it.
You know, Wilson's out. Seattle manager.
Over lefty.
The day is done for Gilbert. It'll be Spire coming out of the pen, and a big hand for the right-hander Logan Gilbert. He leaves with Seattle in front, 3-1. Be a part of Red Sox Nation and all the communities we call home, delivering trusted care, everyday essentials, and support that goes beyond the prescription. You can learn more at CBS.com. Dave and Lou with you on a beautiful sunny day in Seattle. Nothing but great weather here. Another packed house and another close game. So Logan Gilbert out after 6 1/3. Red Sox didn't do a whole lot with him at all. He struck out 8, not only 3 hits.
No, he's really good. I mean, it was dominant, to be honest with you. Give up that 1 home run to Eaton. Another impressive arm. Now you got Spire here. Little sinker, 4-seam slider, 95.
Jaron Duran is over 2. He has struck out and grounded out. So 23rd appearance for the lefty. Doesn't walk many. Gasper on at first on the error. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Spire's tough. 194 versus lefties, 273 versus righties. And he's really pretty even with these 3-pitch mix. It's hard and then a hard slider.
Durbin's on deck. 1-2. Lefty bringing it at 98.
98.
Red Sox trailing by 2. Duran with 12 home runs. And the 1-2 from Spire. And struck him out. Duran striking out for the 2nd time today. 2 gone.
That one there wasn't even close. I got it a hand. It was a ball. You know, maybe you get back in this count 2-2 if you can hold up, but just gets in that swing mode sometimes. And swinging strikes.
Caleb today a base hit and a K. 1 for 2. He's turned a nifty double play at 3rd. He's also picked off though in the 5th inning. Red Sox have had a man doubled off on a line drive that was caught, and he was picked off. So a couple of base runners erased in a close game. Jack that one into left field. Robles on the move, not going to get it. That's going to slam into the bottom of the fence. Gasper into 3rd, will stop there, and it's another extra base hit for Caleb Durbin. He's got himself a double. So 2nd and 3rd for the Red Sox with 2 down. Durbin is absolutely on fire.
Yeah, he is just reacting here with a good fastball too from Spire rather. This thing down and in. He just turns on and barrels this thing. Spire's lucky this ball didn't get up more. This ball is absolutely smoked on the line to get over Robles' head. Looks like Monasterio's going to hit here from Meyer.
No, he will indeed. They'll get Monasterio up with a chance to tie this ball game with a base hit. So Andre Reddy 2nd and 3rd and 2 down. Meyer, the left-hand hitter, went 0 for 2 today.
It's 3 games in a row then. multiple hit game for Durbin. He's been on fire. Got a shot right here. Big 2-out knock here from Andrew.
Two down, 2 on. And the first pitch will be strike one. We have documented to death the Red Sox inability to come from behind when trailing by 2 or 3 runs. And here in the 7th inning, they have an opportunity with Monasterio at the plate. He fouls that one away, and it's 2 strikes on him.
Right at him, got ahead.
Gilbert out after 6 1/3. And now 0-2 on Monasterio. And here it comes from Spire. He struck him out on 3 pitches. That'll retire the side. Red Sox had a chance there to do a little more damage. It's 3-1 Seattle. Sox baseball on NESN brought to you by Subaru of New England. Love, it's what makes Subaru Subaru. And by Plymouth Rock Auto and Home Insurance for Boston sports fans. Our NESN colleagues, our family, showing off their dads. Oh, so proud to do that on this Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all of you tuning in today. It's Father's Day. Join Major League Baseball in the fight against prostate cancer by learning about prostate health and ways you can support. To learn more, visit MLBtogether.com/Father's Day.
That's the beauty of this game, you know, brings fathers and sons together. Kind of, you know, Father's Day, you get ballpark. Makes you think of your dad too, and happy Father's Day to everybody out there.
And for more, let's toss it down to Jemai.
Yeah, Dave, we're seeing it all across the league. You see the blue ribbon there. Players are wearing it with their socks, their gloves, their cleats, the blue bats. It's special indeed, but for Mickey Gasper, it's a daily reminder of how special his dad is every time he's at the ballpark. On the knob of his bats all season, he's got a picture of him as a kid and his dad, Big Mick. Said he has it there because of how much his dad has meant to his baseball love and introduction. Said Mick used to have him tag along when he played in his 30 to 40-year-old men's league and had little Mickey Gasper as a bat boy ever since he could walk. Mick said the photo keeps him little. It's a reminder to keep that kid's joy in a game that he was first introduced to by his father.
Isn't that wonderful? Daily reminder. And in the big leagues. Did he cool him out of the bullpen?
What was that Yankee hat though? Type thing. You
didn't
know,
notice that.
You know, we forget that stuff.
Forget, we forgive, kids. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're too young to know.
Danny's gonna be asked to keep it right here now. As Andrew goes in at shortstop.
Last half of the 7th, 3-1 Seattle. Wilson the batter. He stings a high drive but foul. Had a big hit in the 5th inning with 2 down and stole a bag, and then they brought him in.
It was me and Big Lou. We did a little Vegas trip.
That was the Vegas trip?
Oh yeah, that was Vegas. I took him out there. We had some good times. Glad we did. He was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and when he was, it was like we needed to go away, right? Because he's still in good shape, and we went away. Passed away a couple years ago, but days like today make you think of him.
One two gentle ground ball scooped up by Durbin as he slices to make the play. One man down. It had to be the greatest thrill of your dad's life.
Oh, it was fantastic
when you were called up to the big leagues.
Yep, all of, you know, the whole journey. You know, really, like I was talking to a lot of my Providence buddies today, and there was a lot of pictures of our dads that we sent to one another, and it was that family when you're in college baseball, and then the journey through minor league, city to city. I know he and my mom had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun just looking up there and making sure I see them every game. You got to a lot of them, most of them. There's things you don't forget.
Cole Young, big hit back in the 5th inning to drive in a run. Your mom was just recently back at Fenway Park.
Oh yeah.
Visited us in the booth. She is just so beautiful, and what
What a life force your mom is. It's so much fun with her.
That's one way of putting it.
She is. She is that. And she said she hadn't been back to Fenway in quite a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. Since I think I played.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's something.
A lot of TV though. She's watching. Oh, I get the calls.
2-1. Little pop up off the end of the bat, and Monasterio to the outfield to haul that in. 2 down. Top of the order, Crawford next. He has gone 1 for 3 with a bunt single. Red Sox with eyes on a sweep. Still a possibility to do that, but trailing 3-1, starting to get late here.
It's a couple times now recently. Last week he won the first 2 against Texas. And you can walk out of it and say, listen, we're trying to win series, but when you win the first 2, this team needs a sweep. They got to make up some serious ground.
Red Sox have not had a sweep since the early days of May against Detroit. That was also on the road. By far, the Red Sox have played their best baseball away from Fenway. It's just been bizarre. 2-0. Cal Raleigh on deck. Only 10 hits in the game, and Seattle has 6 of them. Coulomb goes to 3-0. No need to walk him in and invite any further difficulty. Raleigh's not having a good year, but one of the stronger guys in baseball. He's on deck. That's in there for a strike. He'll lay off, and that's in for strike 2. Red Sox playing their 75th game. Midway point is not far away. Coulomb trying to come all the way back. Now 3-2. And he's going to walk him in the end. So Crawford aboard. Raleigh next. Peyton Tolley got the start today. His pitching line presented by Ace Ticket. Ace Ticket with the best seats at the lowest prices.
Yeah, he's pretty good in this game. You know, it is funny because now you start to look at some of those numbers we put up there earlier from the windup, from the stretch. It is a different guy. You know, from the stretch, man on base, a little bit out of rhythm. Control isn't as locked in. He battled in this game. A couple of balls could have been in the infield, kept in the infield, maybe put another run or 2 up. That last run, hard hit ball right to Meyer. It was an in between hop, but if you're able to glove it, it's an easy inning double play. You're out of it.
Cal Raleigh is 0 for 3. He has literally swung at every pitch today.
That's what he's going with, huh?
Yes, I'm going to swing at everything.
Usually doesn't work out very well.
Coming off a spectacular season last year. Has not been able to recoup that. Swings again, fly ball into left field. It hangs up, and Duran right there to retire the side. Well, the Red Sox is Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, and they're advancing medicine with breakthroughs in research, nationally ranked specialty care, and innovative treatments. Learn more at bidmc.org. Pizzardo coming out of their bullpen. Red Sox will counter and bring up Masataka Yoshida. He will hit for Connor Wong, who went 0 for 2. And then it's Eaton and Siegler due up.
Nice numbers for Pizzardo's 36th appearance. A good sinker, 96 sweeper, pretty much 2-pitch guy.
8, 9, and 1 for Boston. Into the 8th inning, 3-1 Seattle. Massa 248 with the 1 home run. He's driven in 10. taking a strike. Does have a little 5-game hitting streak coming into this at bat.
It's always tough pinch hitting, but it's only 5. You do that to somebody that's got like 15, pinch hit them, right? 5, okay, 15, 16. Give him 1 at bat to get a knock.
Kind of unfair.
Get a little rally to go. Maybe he can get 2 ABs, so he'll come out of this game anyway. After this at bat.
Luzardo with a 1-2. Fly ball. Routine play to left, and Robles with the catch. 1 away for the Sox in the 8th. The only Red Sox run was scored in the 3rd inning on an absolute blast by this man, Nate Eaton. Destroyed one to left field, no doubt. Home run. But that's been it for the Sox so far today. After they scored 11 in the first 2 games. Red Sox with 4 hits. And in for a strike.
Well, it started off looking just like the first couple. Right, a dominant pitcher from Seattle side. 1 blast from the Red Sox. The difference was you didn't extend it. They chipped away on you. See if you can get something back here last couple innings.
And Siegler on deck, and a breaking ball strike. Two. Sox at the moment 19-18 on the road. Just 12-25 at Fenway. Raleigh tried to pull it back, but that missed.
Good action on that 97 from Luzardo. Almost came all the way back.
And that's going to be strike 3.
That one did.
Caught him looking. 2 down. Looks like he was trying to earn himself a walk, but he strikes out.
Yeah, he missed the pitch before. This one he didn't. He just dialed a little closer to the plate. That's not getting much better than that. Nothing you can do other than maybe flick the bat out and try to foul that thing off.
Top of the order, Siegler has gone 0 for 3. He struck out a couple of times as well. He's going to roll over on this one to Young. And Luzardo breezes through the inning in the 8th. 1-2-3. 3-1 very late in this one to the bottom of the 8th inning, and the Red Sox will make a change on the mound. That'll be Ryan Watson to take over. In fact, a whole new battery. Time now for the Ford employee pricing call to the bullpen. Narvaez will also be the catcher.
Well, Ryan Watson comes into this game 26th appearance. He had an 0-0 record, 506. Comes in a lot, up, down, up big, down big. Trying to keep this game right at 2 runs to give the Sox a chance here in the 9th.
Leadoff hitter in the inning will be Julio Rodriguez. 1 for 2, a single and a run in the 6th. He'll take ball 1. After him, Naylor, and then Rob Refsnyder. 3 runs on 6 hits and 1 error for Seattle. A run on 4 hits and no errors for the Sox. Little looper into first base, and Contreras leaping up to make the play. 1 gone. And now Josh Naylor.
Keep it here. Rafael, Gasper, Contreras, Duran, then Durbin. So yeah, part of the order you're looking for. Against their closer.
Naylor's flied out to center twice, also taking ball 4. He's 0 for 2. That's a strike. He's going to tap his helmet, though.
Batter's challenging the strike call.
Might be a little off.
And it will be a
Call was
ball.
overturned. Seattle has one challenge remaining.
So 1-1 on Naylor. Or rather 2-0 on Naylor. Ref Snyder next. And that's strike. Red Sox, by the way, 0-39 when trailing after 8.
Yeah, one comeback win, right? At some point.
Actually had a walk-off win. But we're not trailing after 8.
It was the first Friday. Massa, remember a little chopper over first baseman's head?
Yeah.
1.
Yep.
Walk off.
That was it.
Last year they had 12. It was the most in Major League Baseball.
Isn't that incredible? 3-1 and fouled away. Realize last year the Red Sox hit 33-run homers, 30 of them, which was tied for the most in baseball.
Yeah, and 12 walk-off wins, most in baseball. Well, you only got 12 wins, period, at home. 37 games.
So a lot of games where the Red Sox had big home runs and big hits late. A year ago, on their way to winning 89 and going to postseason play. Wave and a miss. That one disappeared on Naylor. And 2 down.
Lots of good curveball. We got a lot of swing and miss on that curveball and that sweeper. That was really well located there with 2 strikes. Look at this spinner right down and in underneath that barrel. Wild swing from Naylor. That net sweeper getting a ton of swing and miss.
Emerson will be the hitter.
Kickoff summer at Fenway with a family 4-packs offer. It's courtesy of Aramark for select games against the Washington Nationals. You can get 4 tickets, 4 Fenway Franks, 4 fountain drinks starting at just $99. You can grab your tickets today and bring the whole family to the ballpark.
2-way here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Still a tight game. And Emerson to bat in ref side spot with the bases empty. And Raley would hit after him if given the opportunity. And Munoz, the closer, warming in the pen. And a wave and a miss for strike 1. Red Sox to send up Cedar Rafaela, Mickey Gasper scheduled to hit, and then Wilson Contreras in the 9th inning. And it's 0-2.
Breaking balls. Good feel for that.
Yeah, 2-strike pitch from the righty. That's going to be in there for strike 3. And it's a 1-2-3. Bottom of the 8th. Red Sox coming up in the 9th, down 2.
Foundation for its annual Monster Mash in the Green Monster Saturday, June 27th against the Yankees. You can mingle with Red Sox legends while watching the greatest rivalry in sports. Visit redsox.com/Monster Mash.
Now, the Yankees coming to town Thursday through Sunday. It's a 4-game series. Right in front of Washington coming in. Here Seattle leads it 3-1. They're trying to stave off a 3-game sweep at the hands of the Sox. And here comes their closer, Andres Munoz.
Now you see that save. 17 opportunities, only 12 saves. He's blown 5. And get it hit around a little bit. Hitting 240 off him. Last year they hit 167. A little inconsistent. Still a big arm.
It was an all-star last year. Cedar Rafaela, first man to test him as we go to the 9th inning.
See that 98, still gets a ton of swing and miss. 99th percentile and chase, whiff, K. The fastballs have been getting hit. Sliders, not so much.
Here's 1-0. Cedon 1 for 3. Has a single way back in the first inning and stole a base. He's going to get time here. He had a chain issue. And that big swing and flipped it.
That's a big chain.
To the bat boy. It is. Big heavy chain. Got to make sure the umpire knows, though, with the timer.
It comes flying off. Catches it. Yeah, that's a timeout, I'd imagine.
1-2. Gasper on deck. The swing just got a piece of it. Barely. Nudge that foul to stay in there.
There's that slider. 50% whiff rate. You're hitting 159 off it. Almost want to get to this fastball. This fastball's getting hammered.
Going to fly this one to center field. Rodriguez moving over a bit. Coming over Raley as well. Raley will make the catch. So 1 down in the 9th. Gasper next. He's gone 0 for 2 with a walk.
Talking about his fastballs, like his 4-seam fastball, hitting 360 off it. Got a little sinker that he'll throw too. They're 5 for 9 off it. That's 556. So let him get to that slider. Pick out a good one.
He's popped up, walked. He's also reached on an error, but hitless today. He's down to 253. 45,557, a sellout today at T-Mobile. Those kind of crowds throughout the weekend. And the 0-1 pitch from the righty. Line drive and a base hit to right. So Gasper is aboard. That'll bring up Contreras, and he represents the tying run.
Here's that fastball. Get a good one. You see Wilson a little patient here. It's been swing mode the whole time, but you got your one hit. You're just looking for that blast. This was not a bloop by any means. It's a rocket to right field. A couple guys here in Duran and Contreras. Get a good pitch and drive it.
Leading the club with 16 home runs, hitless today. And look at a strike. He struck out 2 times and he's hit into a double play. Red Sox 5 hits, the Mariners 6. He checks and that's inside. 1-1, 1 down. 3-1 the Mariners. One to Contreras. Home run cut came up empty.
He's in between right now. See those fastballs that just look like they're by him, and then he's up in front of that slider too. It's try to get it right here.
1-2 from Munoz. Off the plate. Tried to get him to bid for that breaking ball. And it's 2-2. Duran next.
Almost looked like he was taking the whole way. Yep. Guessing slider off the plate.
Yep. 2-2 to Wilson. Yeah, he went strike 3. So 2 down. And the last hope is Jarren Duran, who is 0 for 3 today.
And he went right back to it. I think they saw that as well. The only reason why he laid off that slider down the way is because it was almost like a predetermined take in the guesswork. Now you're back in swing mode and you can't lay off that one.
The Red Sox have struck out 12 times on the day. Big conference on the hill for Seattle. Jarren on the day has grounded to first, struck out and struck out again. Sox have a man on, but now 2 down, trailing by 2 in the top of the 9th. came in hopeful of sweeping this Seattle team. Mariners got a run in the first, single runs in the fifth and the sixth. Red Sox only run came in a solo home run in the third by Nate Eaton. And Durant will foul it away, strike one.
Guts. They're going to try to keep the ball away from him. But that one there kind of force him to use left field. Durbin on deck. I wouldn't mind him doing it.
0-1. That's strike two. 101 miles an hour.
He's right there too.
0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out to end the ball game. And it ends 3-1 Seattle. So the Red Sox can't sweep them. They do take this series 2-1 heading on to Denver.
It's a quiet night offensively. Tip your hat to Gilbert. He was fantastic. The Seattle bullpen, you got the good guys coming out of the pen. They were really good. And Tolley was okay. 6 innings, 6 runs. It was all right. Just offensively, a really quiet day for you. But you still won the series.
Stay tuned for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. TC and Lenny will break down the big plays in the loss, and you'll also hear from Chad Tracy and Peyton Tolley. That and more coming up after the break.
Hello and welcome into our Salem 5 studios. It's WB Mason Extra Innings Live. Free next day business delivery from your local hometown team. Tom Karen, Lenny DiNardo, the Red Sox can't pull off the sweep. Have to settle for taking 2 out of 3, but the bat's cold again today.
Yeah, you're talking about 13 strikeouts. He only took 2 walks. Your starter, Logan Gilbert, 8 strikeouts, was really keeping them off balance, kind of bounced back from that 1 home run. But you got to run into a buzzsaw, but it shows you how thin the margins are when it comes down to 1 or 2 plays. You deal with a starting pitcher like that, can't do much with him.
And their bullpen is actually one of the better bullpens. You haven't seen the last couple nights because you've had the lead, but the bullpen gets it done today. 2 2/3 innings. They shut down the Red Sox at the end. And this is Andres Munoz. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night as he gets the strikeout to end. And Mariners relievers giving up on 51 runs at home this season. That is tied for the second fewest in Major League Baseball. They didn't give the Red Sox a sniff down the stretch tonight.
Yeah, they went right after the Red Sox batters, didn't walk anybody, racked up the strikeouts. And it's about pounding the strike zone. You come into a game, you set the tempo, and that's exactly what the